Good afternoon. My name is Emmett Band. I was assigned to the 1st Recon Battalion in Chu Lai, Vietnam on June 13th of 1966, and I returned to the United States 13 months later. When I shipped out, I was a team leader and I had a Purple Heart. I want to tell you that I think Trump is nothing more than a salesman and a grifter, first and foremost. He does not care about you. He does not care about me. All you have to do is look around and see the damage this man has caused to the Veterans Administration to know he does not support the troops. I have a number of veteran friends, some of whom have 100% disability, others with serious medical conditions. Each of them is reliant upon the medical services of the Veterans Administration. These men responded when called upon to serve our nation. We have made a sacrosanct promise to them that needs to be kept. We need to support the troops, we need to expand the VA, and we need to provide the people who served our country what they well deserve. Thank you very much.
With liberty and justice for all. That's the America that you taught me. That's the America that I served. But I didn't know that it was just for the privileged or the elite. Now the mask is off. You see, you can't go around saying those words while you're stripping freedoms, silencing people, and gutting rights. America is not what it said it was, but it will be one that's true to its word.
Hey guys, I'm really excited to be a part of this project, and I know my view is going to be different than a lot of other vets. I worked in the intelligence community for 7 years, and the Trump administration is really fucking up a lot of intelligence sharing with allies and assets, and it's really gonna fuck us. It really is. I know 3LAs are terrible. They are. But there are good people doing good things, and Trump is slowly going to make it harder and harder for those good things to happen. And we just need him out. He just needs to be out.
I'm a retired military member and a Middle Eastern veteran. I'm also retired civil service. I really can't express the amount of disgust, sadness, and anger that I am feeling each and every day at this continuous undermining of our government. I'll call it what it is, subversion, by these oligarchs and hostile foreign interests in order to destroy this country and everything we have built. For almost a quarter of a millennium, we have been literally the beacon of a better future for humanity. This is now being sold off. Our future, the future of humanity itself, is being destroyed. It is destroying me personally inside. Need I mention that as a retiree now, most of my income, me and my wife's income, is now in the form of government pension. If that goes away, we're dead. End this now.
I'm Moira, and I'm an Air Force veteran. And I gotta tell you, I'm sick and tired of the right taking over the narrative that they are the only ones who believe in freedom and patriotism. Because I will tell you, it sure doesn't seem like that's the case. I'm in a situation where we now live in a country where we have to worry about our rhetoric, what we say, what we post, what we do. And as a veteran, I will tell you, I did not enlist and work and fight for my country in order to moderate my speech, lose my First Amendment rights, lose my rights as a woman, and lose any ability to have autonomy and agency over the things I do as a citizen of this country that pays taxes and votes. Veterans are losing their benefits. Veterans agencies are being slashed. People that rely on that money and that support are losing their livelihoods and their ability to seek treatment when they need it. Additionally, after I got out of the Air Force, I became a defense contractor in the intelligence community. And I will tell you, this thing with Signalgate is so egregious. Any of us that came out of the intel agency know that you would have been fired and or sent to jail. I come from a family of veterans. My great uncle is a fighter pilot who died in World War II and is buried in Arlington Cemetery. And when they erase the history of women and minorities, the Tuskegee Airmen, and erase that from the spotlights at Arlington Cemetery and the Smithsonian and all of these public museums that archive this important information in the name of what they believe is equality, when it is not. Equality in their mind is this self-serving prophecy that only serves white Christian nationalists, quite frankly, and or sycophants that suck up to this current administration. So I will tell you, I did not join the Air Force and spend my career in the Air Force and as a member of the defense industry in order to have this very uneducated administration with many underlying motives undermine everything that we have done. And I'm mad and I'm angry. And I think for veterans out there, we need to take this back. Freedom and patriotism belong to all of us. And democracy is something that you work at. So we cannot sit back idly and not say anything.
Hey Cliff, Sergeant First Class Robert Brooks, United States Army retired. I'm a disabled veteran and I receive my health care from the VA. I'm extremely satisfied with my health care I receive from the VA. But on 11 February, I saw my provider, they changed my medication and put in a new prescription for me. On the 13th of February, the VA fired 1,000 employees and assured us veterans that our health care would not be impacted. On the 24th of February, I realized that my medication hadn't showed up, which usually only takes 7 to 10 days in the mail. Luckily, my care team busted their ass and FedExed me my medication before I was out for a few days. Now they want to fire 70,000 more employees and tell us our health care will not be impacted. I contacted my representative and both my senators, which are all Republicans, and all they could do was extol the virtues of Doji, and Trump had a mandate, and they just basically did not care.
Hi, I'm a veteran, U.S. Navy. For love of country, I went to Afghanistan. My allegiance will always be to the Constitution of the United States. And that's why I believe the President of the United States is a Russian asset, because he is willing to go to war, especially with Canada, by saying that it's going to be the 51st state. And with the tariffs that he's implementing to our closest allies, Mexico and Canada, he's making everything, food and housing, expensive for us. And he's actually telling Musk, he's authorizing him to fire all the federal employees with lies of saving money. But he's willing to give Russia everything that they ask. For example, they want Ukraine. He's willing to give them Ukraine. He wants the best for Russia, but he does not want the best for us.
My name is Chris. I'm a 6-year veteran of the Air Force. I've lost my best friend to this madness and nearly my brother. I have a family that I fought for, and I have no problem continuing to fight for them through this new attempted reign of terror. As a history buff, I always wondered how dictators like Hitler ever got to come to power. And now that we see firsthand, it is utterly heartbreaking to watch people I care about fall so effortlessly in line to a scumbag that, among so many other disgusting acts, has cut off our relationships to our greatest allies. I'm not afraid, Trump. Try and silence or ban or arrest people like me if you'd like, but know that I'm never going to back down or keep my mouth shut. These traitors feed off of public fear, and it is time to fucking starve them.
Hi, Cash. I'm a Vietnam veteran. If you can believe that long ago. I think it's remarkable what you're doing, and I can't appreciate it anymore. I think it's deplorable the way that current administration thinks about veterans and the way it treats them.
The song is called Orange Idol. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's sheeple worshiping a man. Necks craned up towards the stage, mouths wide open, drinking all the rage. Rage Kool-Aid. Narcissistic, expialidocious. Everything your idol says is bogus. Tries his best to make us lose our focus. Don't believe all his hocus pocus. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus people hanging flags from church steeples, cherry picking from the Bible. They deify the fat orange idol. Orange idol. Narcissistic, expialidocious. Everything your idol says is bogus. Tries his best to make us lose our focus. Don't believe all his hocus pocus. Narcissistic, expialidocious. Everything your idol says is bogus. Tries his best to make us lose our focus. Don't believe all his hocus pocus.